I don't have any information on these bottles. I don't know how much they cost or anything.
It's Texas.
Oh my
God.
God.
That's all you need to know.
Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Tonight, it's Texas versus Texas. We got a powerful lady on our hands.
Couple of them. Big proof tonight. We got this Texas matchup. We got a storm going on outside. Yeah. It's noisy, it's loud. Hopefully we get this done before the power goes out. We're talking Ghost Riders in the Sky tonight, right? Feels very Texas-ish in Oregon tonight. Let's introduce our competitors here. We've got Ironroot, Harbinger from Ironroot Republic. They're straight bourbon, 115 proof, aged 2 years and 8 months. Plenty of time in Texas with all that heat down there. This is a bottle we got for $50.
Nice.
The other bottle, still Austin, Cask strength. This bottle is 118 proof, aged at least 2 years. Again, don't get too upset about the age of that. That's gonna be just fine because it's Texas whiskey. We got this one, guess how much?
$50.
You're a savant.
Perfect.
$50 versus $50. Big proof, big state. Julie poured them, I mixed them around. It's a blind tasting. We will nose the glasses, we will taste the glasses, we will tell you what we think. You can tell us how right or wrong you think we are in the comments after that. Let's get to glass number one.
I'm excited about this.
I can't wait.
Texas has such an interesting smell, taste, everything about it.
Everything.
And this glass number one is no different. Holy smokes.
Exactly as advertised.
I would
Very
not
strange.
think that this was a bourbon.
I wouldn't confuse it for anything other than Texas whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a great point.
Rich, huge caramel, chocolate notes.
It's woodsy. There was some sort of candy that was just like almost molasses or something. Like it was just like so, I don't know. The flavors weren't like great as a child, but like now, you know, it almost felt like a punishment when you were a kid, but.
That punishment candy?
Yeah, that punishment. Eat this candy.
You did something wrong. Eat this candy. Your upbringing a little bit different than mine. That smells great. There's huge aroma there. And I do think that there's those cowtails.
Yeah.
The caramel with the vanilla candy in the middle.
You really wouldn't mistake this for anything but Texas whiskey. I mean, I know we know it's Texas whiskey, but
that is vintage Texas whiskey, 2 year vintage.
Number two.
Glass two.
Well, they smell quite different.
Well, this one doesn't.
Enormously different.
We just talked about how these are going to be so much Texas. This isn't Texas at all.
No, it doesn't smell Texas at all.
I could be
it's
confused
quite sweet.
For a rye on this one.
Very vanilla.
Minty, lively, bright.
There's a little citrus in there.
Like a lemon lime soda, almost.
Ooh, they're singeing my nose hairs a bit.
That smells completely different. I've never smelled anything like it. I can't wait. Let's get on to glass number one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God. Oh.
Should one of these taste like barbecue sauce?
It's so different. It's just so wild. Rich, dark licorice on that.
There's some bitter chocolate here, some caramel.
Leather and tobacco.
Man, it was tough alligator leather.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. I got home, I didn't even take my work gloves off. I took a sip and I can smell work gloves above all else.
And I know it doesn't sound good. I was gonna say, I know that our explanation doesn't sound good. It's just so different than anything bourbon.
Yeah.
It's so unique all into its own. It's very delicious.
Yeah, completely agree. If our tasting notes are turning you off, don't let them. If you like a big whiskey, huge flavors, unpredictable, whatever this is in glass number one, that's it. That's the stuff.
Like real vanilla. I almost think there's this is funny, but almost like a little sappiness, like the tree sap.
Yeah.
There's something a little sweet in there, a little sticky. It
Candy
is
corn,
so unique.
Cinnamon, mint.
Yeah.
There's a laundry list of flavors on glass number one. That is.
I forgot that we were gonna have a glass number two. I just keep drinking it because it's not something you could drink every day. I mean, you could try, but you know, the flavors are just so powerful and so different. It is definitely that Friday, Saturday night pour kind of thing, or bad day pour.
Or bad day pour.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna drink about a gallon of water here because otherwise I don't know how I'm gonna even taste glass number two. I feel like there's smoke coming out of my mouth. That was
Yeah.
intense.
I like it.
I like it too.
All right, on to glass number 2.
Yeah, it's been about 15 minutes. I suppose we should finally get on to glass number 2 here, see what we find.
Oh, yum! Oh man, this is. How do you pick a winner between these two?
That is awesome.
That is so different than glass number 1, but for all the opposite reasons. Like, this has just a sweetness, but different. Again, I shouldn't say that this is like your straight line bourbon that you're going to be drinking.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. But it's
Wow.
so, I mean, this one has a lot of sweetness to it.
There's sweetness, there's earthiness, there's almost like a green leafiness to it. Holy cow. I need more sips. I'd have to have more sips.
I agree with you. There's a bit of earthiness in here that is really interesting.
Sarsaparilla.
Oh,
Glass 2 fresher than a mojito. Right there. I mean, that is...
not really.
There's a mintiness there. There's a refreshing quality to it. Even though it's heavy with proof, it's huge with flavor, that's a refreshing whiskey. This, I dare say, could potentially be an everyday sipper. If your everyday sipper is 115 plus proof, you know, more power to you, good for you.
Good oak on this one. This one is a little bit more not a little, a lot more mainstream than glass number 1. Vanilla is really nice in there. It's like vanilla sweetness is that I'm getting. There's no really
frosting.
fruit. Yeah, there's no fruit sweetness in glass number 2 either.
That's a buttercream frosting right there.
Yeah.
That is, holy cow, the finish is all that vanilla. Man.
Are we picking a winner? Because these are so different.
They're so different.
Holy smokes. I don't even know how do you choose.
I have a winner.
Oh.
I'm choosing. I only have to go through them once. I'm going to go through them another time just to be absolutely certain.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I have a winner. They're both...
What are you basing your winner on?
I'm going Julie rules here. Pure joy.
Oh.
One of these hit my palate perfectly right off the jump. I think you could probably tell from my reaction.
Glass number 1 is so funny. I don't know if I'm like in love with it or I actually don't like it at all. Like, it's one of those where I'm like, it's so crazy. If this was served to me, glass number 1, if this was served to me after dinner as like your dessert, like something, and it's not sweet like a creme brulee or anything like that, or an apple pie, but if this was served as like what it was intended to, and you took that sip, you'd be like, oh man, like this is so different and interesting. I just want to point out, it doesn't taste like dessert, but I feel like that's the right lane for it.
Yeah. The more we enjoy it, the less I get the hyper sweet notes, the more I get a real balanced experience.
Yeah. A lot of tobacco on that one too.
It's so many flavors.
I'm gonna go with glass number 1.
You're coming right out with it.
Yeah, I'm coming right out with it. Just because it's so outrageous.
It is absolutely outrageous.
Yeah,
it is exorbitant. It is loud. It is screaming at me from the glass.
Yeah.
I'm a little intimidated.
It is a bit intimidating.
Well, you and I are going totally different directions on this one.
Really?
Completely.
Yeah.
As much as I like that glass, and I really do, glass number 2 hit my palate perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it's also weird. Make no mistakes. Neither one
Totally
of these
weird.
is
Yeah.
Kentucky bourbon. Glass number 2 has a lemon lime cream soda sarsaparilla thing going on. It almost pops on my tongue the same way that a carbonated soda would. There's something so satisfying about that experience. Let's find out what we're sipping on here. I got B.
And I have A.
All right.
So A, which is what I went with, is the Harbinger.
Holy
and
cow.
B is the Still Austin.
Wow, that
Yeah.
Harbinger, those flavors are enormous.
Yeah.
Look, aged for 32 months and it has that much flavor.
Again, that Harbinger, I'm not sure if I like love it or I hate it. It's just so outrageous.
I love them both, but I am so excited that we have a lot left because there's a high proofers and I'm gonna need a little more time with them. And holy cow. Well, we better wrap this up before they're all gone from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Texas.